works. Good morning, everybody. So, can somebody tell me if you hear me well in the chat? I guess you do, but just to check.
You're very clear.
Yeah, you hear me well, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Very, very good. So let's start. I think my presentation. Perfect. So good morning, everybody. My name is Ali ASSOUS. I'm the head of Join a School in France, and today I'm very happy to be here with Xiaotong POIRREE from HEC to talk about the Master in Management program and the admission process. Hi, Xiaotong. I'm very happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for accepting this.
Hi, Sally, for the invitation. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Xiaotong POIRREE. I'm recruitment manager at HEC Paris, in charge of applications from France and Asia Pacific. So nice to see you all today.
Thank you again, Xiaotong. So this webinar will last 40 minutes, I would say. So first, I'll start by presenting the Join a School in France application process. And then Xiaotong will talk mainly about the Master in Management program at HEC. And if you have questions, please write them down on the chat, and we'll answer all these questions at the end of this presentation. So Join a School in France, if it accepts to, yes, it working. So Join a School in France is part of the French Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Paris. We're part of the Department of International Attractiveness. We exist since 1984, so we've been here for 40 years now. Before being named Join a School in France, the name of this selection process was Service des Admissions Internationales, SAI. And in some countries, we are still referred as SAI, and we accept that. It's part of our history, and we're happy about that. So we represent the international application process for 5 business schools, HEC, which is here today with us, but also ESCP, EM Audencia, and Schema. And we represent these schools for only one program, that is the Programme Grande École Master in Management. So what is exactly Join a School in France? As I said, Join a School in France is an application process, is an international application process, but it's also a joint application process, meaning that it allows international student or student with international background to apply to the 5 business schools that I just mentioned with only one application. So we try to simplify the application process for candidate. So through one and only one application, 5 business school will review that application. We'll see if they are interested in this application. We'll invite the candidate for an interview. So the candidate will have one interview, whether this candidate is accepted or invited by all 5 by all 5 schools, 4 schools, 3 schools, 2 schools, or just 1 school. So really, it's a simplified application process. Before starting discussing the Join a School in France admission process and application process, I would like to attract your attention about one very important point, that is the way you choose to apply for the Master in Management. So there are 2 portals. There's the School's Direct Application portal, and then you've got the Join a School in France admission process. So when you choose to apply, you really need to choose one of these 2 portals. You cannot, some students do, thinking that they will maximize their options. They do not, because whether you apply through Join a School in France or through the Schools Direct portal, it will be the same commissions that will review your application. So if you decide to go with the school's admission process, you cannot also choose Join a School in France for that same school. That just not how it works. But know that both portals are treated equally, and you'll get the same chances whether you apply through Join a School in France or through the school's direct portal. But we'll get into that a bit further in this webinar. The requirements. So what do we require from candidates applying with Join a School in France? As I said, the main important requirement is the international background. It means that you should have at least an undergraduate degree. It can be a bachelor degree. It can be a licence if you are in a French-speaking country. It can be a banque if you are in China. So an undergraduate degree obtained outside of France. That is mandatory. So you can be graduated or in your last year of enrollment. The different steps of the Join a School in France application process. So first you start an online application on our website. There will be 10 documents to submit that I will discuss in a few minutes. Then all the schools will receive simultaneously your application. They will review it. If they are interested in your application, in your profile, they will invite you for an interview, which in our lingo is called admissible. You'll get admissible to some of or all these schools. And then after the interviews, the schools will receive the reports and will choose or decide if they will get you admitted to this program or not. The supporting document. As I said, it's an online application, so you just need to go to our website and start an application. You'll get 10 documents. Some documents are very easy to get. It's like your resume, your ID card or passport, photos, recommendation letters. So for recommendation letters, it can be academic or professional, but at least one of them should be academic. You've got your transcript, your degree, and then you've got the management test and the English test. These are two very important documents. So for the management test, and I'll get to it, I think in the next slide. Yes, for the management tests, you've got several texts. We accept all kinds of official management tests. You've got the GMAT, you've got the GRE. These are English tests. And then you've got TEJMAJ and TESEM, which is also a French alternative to TEJMAJ. For GMAT and GRE, it's mandatory here again to select to join a school in France as a recipient of your score. I'm sure that Xiaotong will get to it, but all these tests are accepted by the schools and are treated equally. For English test, it's the same. We accept all kinds of official tests. You get TOEIC, TOEFL, IELTS, and Cambridge. And you don't need an English test if English is an official language in your country, or if English was the language or the medium of instruction during your undergraduate studies. We just need an official document from your school. Interviews. As I said, you'll get only to do one interview. So whether you're invited for an interview by all schools, 4, 3, 2, or just one school, you'll have only one interview. It's a 20 to 30 minutes, I would say, interview in English. The jury members are mainly former students, so alumni of these schools, which is very important for us to get alumni involved in the process, because you'll get this opportunity to ask questions about the schools and to get to learn from their experience as student, but also as now working people in several industries. We have interview centers all over the world, so we just need to select an interview location when applying, and we'll get to organize the interview in that city. So we work mainly with partners, a huge network of partners, institutional partners, mainly the French embassies, Campus France offices, French Institute, Institut Français, French Alliances, and the International French Chambers of Commerce all over the world. Right now, so we have 4 rounds in a year, okay? The first round is already closed. We are currently in our second round. You've got here some deadlines. So the second round is open until January 3rd, so it's still time for you guys to apply. Eligibility result for the interview, so admissibility result or eligibility result will be published on January 23rd, meaning that on January 23rd, you'll get an invitation for an interview. The interview period is from January 24th to February 7th. And finally, you'll get the admission result on February 19th. You've got here the other round. So as I said, 4 rounds in a year. The first round is already closed. Rounds 2, 3, and 4 are all open with several undelayed deadlines. January 3rd for round 2, February 28th for round 3, and April 17th for round 4. For those of you who are now in Ivory Coast or in Abidjan, I'll be very happy to meet you. I'll be there on January 31st. So if you are around, please come to the Salon des études en France organized there. You'll have all the info on our website and on our social media. We offer to our candidate the opportunity to discuss their project and their admission process with our team. So we've got 4 people in the team who will be more than happy to help you and guide you through your application process. So you can scan the QR code to book a one-on-one meeting. It's a 15 minutes one-on-one meeting with the team. So you just select the project manager in charge of your region. And you can obviously start an application right now to know more about the application process. That's it for me. Hopefully, I've been clear for you guys, but please ask all kind of questions about the application process and about HEC in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer. Xiaotong, the floor is all yours right now.
Thank you very much. I'll start to share my screen. Okay. Okay, great. So let's put it bigger. Okay, so for the presentation of HEC part, I believe that if you're already here today for the webinar, you know a little bit about HEC already. So I will go through very quickly. The idea is to give you more time for the Q&A. So I'll share some general information about the school, about the service that school can provide, and our, of course, massive management program details. Okay, so let's just start with some key figures. I believe always numbers speak themselves, right? So now we count. Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I see that the presentation is not on full screen for my side for your presentation, so I don't know.
Is that
it's perfect
okay now?
right now.
Okay,
perfect.
Thank you.
So sorry
thank you
about
for
that.
Okay, thank you. So now we count on HEC Paris campus, more than 4,500 students coming from, we are really proud to announce that, coming from more than 150 nationalities, and we have very high percentage of international students. HEC has a very big network, internationally speaking. We only have the main campus in Paris. We welcome all the international students, but we do have a big network of different connections in different countries. We are a very professional business school. As you know, each school has their own DNA, right? So, but for HEC, professional is a very important word. We are very professionally oriented. So we have a very big career help center to help our students to find the first dream interview, first job offer. They offer also a lot of online, offline recruitment forum. They offer one-to-one consulting sessions. So a lot of things are happening in the campus during your study at the school. We have very big incubator as well for students who want to become an entrepreneur. HEC also a very practical business school is, I always get this in question actually for master program is pretty intense, really, it's pretty intense. A lot of class hours and a lot of works. And we try to keep, let's see, different program, we don't have the same size of class, but we'll try to keep small size of class, not more than 55 students by group. Always working with a main instructor, no assistant for teaching. And we've tried to find the perfect balance between theory and practice. So you have half of your professors, they are coming from research faculty. Half of them, they are practitioners. So they do bring the real case from the real business world. And that is extremely appreciated by the students. You will have a lot of like business trip, real life case studies, company projects, company bring their real case study so that you can really have chance to participate in the strategic making of one company. A lot of students choosing HEC is about our network, about our alumni as well. I actually, because I was working in different business schools, and when I joined HEC, I was actually pretty surprised by how strong, how solid the network of our alumni is. They are participating in the interviews, especially for marketing management. They are sponsored at school for future students scholarship. They are hosting different chapters worldwide about different events. So actually, when you get graduated, you join automatically HEC Alumni Association, and you can take benefits of different events, different support, different networking opportunities from the alumni. So today we are more focusing on the program. Just to give you a big picture of HEC Paris, we are separate in different business units. So today we're talking more about the pre-experience part. So what we call pre-experience is for summer school, is for bachelor, for master in management as well. So now we will be focusing more on marketing management part. Usually students ask what kind of profile you value. It's like what kind of profile you're looking for. Actually, we're not looking for one type of students. We're pretty open to top talents from the worldwide, right? Since we want to recruit the highest level, the best quality of students. But yeah, for sure, there are some values we are paying more attention. For example, for our master students, we need you to have less than 3 years of working experience. But your working experience means maximum 3 years full-time working experience after your latest graduation, okay? So if you have some professional experience, it's good, but it's not mandatory. It's like if you're fresh graduated, it's totally fine as well. We are welcoming students from all the countries in the world who share our values. So I will suggest you to check the 5 values of HEC Paris on our website. And we try to, since you know that you will have interview with alumni, with the students, we actually suggest the students to talk with our current students, talk with our alumni, so that you understand better about the values, about their suggestions, what they are looking for, actually. So they've been through the whole admission process, right? They've been successfully through the interview. So the insight they give you will be really useful and helpful. And of course, students coming from all academic backgrounds, yearly students like, okay, I was not studying business before, it's totally fine. We recruit a lot of students coming from social science, computer science, engineering, literature, art, medical. So no matter, what kind of study background you have. Since you are motivated and passionate about business and management courses, it is fine. We can only encourage you to apply, right? Okay, for master study, we have two categories. The 2-year program is the master in management we are focusing today. We also have 1-year programs. If you do have 2 programs like master management and another 1-year MSc program you want to apply, is totally fine. You can apply master management through Join the School in France, and at the same time, you can start independently on our portal. Application for another master management program is totally fine. So I want to share some class profiles for our master management program. And as you know that we are very international, so really a good percentage of international students. We do pay a lot of attention on the balance about female students and male students. And we give actually equal chance to everyone. Okay. About the GMAT, I want to mention this is the GMAT score about all GMAT. So if you are now taking it or you're not taking it yet, that will be GMAT focus. Let's see, this is not the minimum score. Okay. This is the average score of last year's admitted students. When we see average, that means we did recruit students with a little bit lower GMAT or a little bit higher, right? So it's your turn to try to find the balance. If you see, okay, I kind of have a little bit lower than the average GMAT, then I should maybe shy somewhere else, okay? Have a better GPA, I don't know, give a better, stronger motivation, and have more, I don't know, a better CV, have more engaged in some practical part, okay? So we really try to balance the package. There's no one score who can decide either you are admitted or not. Okay, so 700 old GMAT is equivalent to GMAT focus around 645. So to give you an average about the GMAT, if you're taking a GRE or TechMat, you can easily find the transfer table on the website so that you can compare with it. As I said, we recruit students from different academic backgrounds. You can see here, a lot of them, they are coming from social science, actually coming from business and economy. They are not even the majority of the students. So a lot of students coming from different study background, different location as well. So let's focus more about master management syllabus. So since you know that it's 2-year study, in between you can have an optional gap year, right? You are not obliged to do that at all. But for sure that 80%, I think, of our master management students, they do a gap year because they want to gather more working experience by doing internships. I want to highlight that our mindset of the education, we believe that there's no one program can satisfy the needs of all the students, right? So we put master management really flexible as program. The first year, you can try different things. Let's check here. So the first year, you have different core courses. Don't worry, you can find all this information by downloading our brochure on the website, okay? You can find the course list. So the first year you can touch actually different topics, everything fundamental about master study in business and management. You can also choose, I believe, 6 among the 150 elective courses. So this is the moment to discover yourself. Maybe you come from a totally different sector than business study. You say, okay, I'm always curious about marketing. I'm always curious about strategy. Okay, so this is the moment to try elective courses. You can also participate on different student associations as well to meet people, to try different topics. And that's the moment you say, okay, either that can confirm, okay, I'm really good at it, or after trying, you say, okay, it's not totally as what I thought, so I may change my idea, okay? So the first year is the discovering year. Then if you want, you can go to the gap year. Yearly student do 1 or 2 internship, and that also help them to make it clear, make the future study plan clear. It's okay, I'm trying professionally speaking, I'm really good at, I don't know, finance. I'm really good at strategic, okay? So that's the discovering phase as well. Then arriving at I'm 2 year. So the second year of your master, you're supposed to really become expert. You should be really career oriented. Your specialization should be fixed. You know what kind of job opportunity you're targeting. Okay. So at M2 year, you have lots of choice. Either you can choose one of the specialization on our HEC campus, right? For example, we have our, if you want to focus more in the international finance part, in strategic management part, I mean, there are master studies always ranked top 1 in the world, right? So if you want to continue with this part, there are perfect programs. You can choose different one, and we will give you the best arrangement. You can also have a specialization with French partner institutions, but for sure, a lot of them, they are teaching in French, right? So if you're a French speaker, you can also choose those specialization as well. You can see here different schools, they are proposing different specializations. Of course, you can also go abroad, right? We have double degree opportunity. And this double degree opportunity, either you can go abroad with another university in a management topic, either you can join, for example, there's public affairs, and different school, again, are focusing on different specialization. So I will say for this part, you will choose, first of all, the specialization rather than the school and the location, right? But for sure, we only work with the top universities in each country. So you do have a lot of choice. And this list is even not the complete one. So the offers will be communicated during your M1 year, okay? So the year before your M2 enrollment. That means you will still be updated about the latest offer of either double degree or exchange partners. For the M2 year, you can also go under the same structure. Okay, for international business, you can go for a 1 semester exchange. So a lot of offers are available. I'm not going into detail because that will be communicated during your M1 year by the mobility team. But knowing that a lot of different offers are possible. Career path, as I said again and again, we are really career oriented. So it's very important. I always tell students the day you are in HEC Paris campus, you are 1 foot already in the real business world. Okay, so the employability is really high with HEC. Yearly, I don't know if I can tell that, but yearly students tell me that when we apply for a job opportunity, we systematically get a call for at least an interview. So companies really appreciate a lot our graduate students. And for sure, since we have lots of events, more than 300 companies coming to the school to recruit our students for our January's event called HEC Carrefour. It's like 3 days continue recruitment forums in the campus, and each day there are different companies. So in total, there are more than 300 companies coming, and a lot of events and network opportunities that are organized. So a lot of students, they already get offer before actually get graduated, right? And we do encourage students to go worldwide rather than their home country to work. And the average starting salary is pretty high. I think this depends a lot on the country you are working and the sector. But if we look at the evaluation after about the salary after 3 years, it's pretty impressive. Okay, so our students, they are really taking the strategic positions in the companies, which give them a great potential for the career evaluation. So just to share some examples of companies that are recruiting our students, but again, the list is very long. About the campus life, know that we always joke on that is HEC almost Paris. You know that we are the largest campus in Europe, so no way is in Paris center. So we are situated in Jouy-en-Josas. It's like 20 minutes from Versailles, if some of you know about French cities. So it's a very large campus, and we do have around 2,000 rooms for students, so the student dorms. We prioritize international students, okay? So if you want to get guarantee a dorm position, we will encourage you to apply for the first 3 rounds. That will be complicated to guarantee a place if you apply for the 4th round, let's see, okay? So a lot of things are happening in the campus, so we can really feel that the connection among students, they are different when they are living in the school. Every day there are events organized, okay? And for master management, the first year we do encourage students to choose at least one sport association to participate. Why? Because we do pay a lot of attention on sport. Sports is a very good way to develop your network. You not only stay with your major students, but you will have a chance to meet all the students, okay? Even from MBA. So it will be a super good and important moment to share value, to have fun, but also to build your future career network, which is really important. And for the students' life, actually, we have a lot of facilities since a lot of students are living in the school. So we do have a big supermarket just in front of the campus. We have a students' restaurant, gym. Okay, so a lot of facilities. You can totally live in the campus without going outside every day. Okay, and again, student association, as I said, is pretty important. We have 2 types of student association. The first one, classic one, so based on the center of interest. Second one is really professional oriented. For example, I don't know if you are always interested in consulting. We do have several different student associations focusing consulting, and it's pretty impressive how powerful our professional student association could be. They can invite very high caliber professionals to participate our event. If I remember well, last year I talked with one engineering student who joined our master management, and he was like, for personal reason, he likes a lot of movie making. So he joined this cinematic association, and this association, they successfully invited, I believe, the president of Cannes Festival. So they can reach really high level network, and they bring really very brilliant idea and opportunities to develop your other hobbies, other your professional plan. So how to apply, we just talked about it already with Join School in France. So about the profiles we are looking for, of course, competitive scores, okay, either GMAT or GPA, but we again don't have a minimum score. But I understand no minimum score is the highest requirement. I understand that because it depends on the competitivity, right? If at the same moment you always have like a very good competitors, that will make you maybe disadvantaged. So the suggestion we can give is that apply when your application is the strongest, when you're ready. Okay, ask yourself a question. It's like, in the coming month, 1 month or 2 months, can I still improve? Can I still level up my application? If I am doing my best for my GPA, for my GMAT, for my CV already, I have nothing to improve again, well, I think you're ready to apply, okay? You can only do your best. So for sure, academic excellence, we value a lot students with cross-cultural sensitivities. That doesn't mean you're necessarily you've been to abroad for exchange or a study journey. But it's more about like during your university, maybe you've organized some event, maybe you were active members of some student association, you worked with different culture, different background students, that counts as well, okay? If you have any internship or extracurricular activities, social engagement, definitely you should mention that on your CV. It's pretty important. Students usually think that, okay, only my academic part should be mentioned. No, all the elements, all things you do make you proud of, you should mention that. That's our element make you stand out, okay? Good academic part, honestly, most of applicants for HEC, they have this part, but how to stand out is really important, okay? If you've been dancing for more than 10 years, mention that. If you try to create an application and actually it works, you even sell it, mention that. It definitely works. It makes who you are, okay? So very strong motivation as well. Strong motivation can be translated not only why I'm motivated, why I want this program of HEC, why I want to get, I don't know, a certain job position, but also what have you done? Actually, it's not enough to say, I like it, I'm motivated. It's not convincing enough, okay? Try to prove, okay, I'm always interested, I don't know, for marketing, okay? I get this as example. Well, I've talked with professionals in my dream job position today. I've talked with students currently in this program. I know their journey. I know their daily life. I know about this program very well. I know what kinds of majors, opportunities I can get as a resource from the school. I've talked with alumni. They've given me some suggestions, okay? And I've done some research. I don't know. I've tried to get some internship opportunity. So what you have done, make the motivation. This is really important to show us, okay? So for the scholarship, and you apply through independently or through joining school in France, you are equal in the opportunity for scholarship. We have two parts of scholarship. Either for need-based scholarship, you should apply for that. Either from merit-based scholarship. Basically, once you, but for this part, you have nothing to do, okay? So basically, if you get admitted, we will contact you to say, hey, you're excellent profile and we want to propose you certain amount of scholarship, okay? We will, yearly the scholarship news will be communicated 2 days after the final admission result. So the amount will be based on your excellence, based on your category of scholarship, but this part you don't have to worry about. We do have a scholarship jury to decide and give you the best option we can offer. So I think I've been through all the key elements I want to share today. If you have any other, questions about the program, please don't hesitate to share us an email. And by the way, the 4th of December, we have virtual open day. So if you have, just in case, you're curious about some questions about our program, so you want to hear from our students sharing their daily life, I believe we have some like a virtual campus tour as well. So if you are interested, don't hesitate to find the information on our website. On the welcome page, you have this big pop-up information about our virtual open day, and you can definitely find all the events to reach HEC Paris. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Xiaotong. I actually learned myself a lot thanks to you. So thank you about that. So just to confirm something that you've already said, Xiaotong, it's about equal treatment. You've just mentioned that with the scholarship. So please know that whether you apply through Join a School in France or through the school's direct portal, your application will be considered equally, either for admissions or for scholarships. That's very important. So, and thank you, Xiaotong, for mentioning that and for confirming that. So, I took note of some questions. Xiaotong, this one is for you, I think. It's always about the average score. And so, yeah, what's the GMAT average score? And what about the ranges for management test? I tried to summarize the question.
Yeah,
You,
it's always we get this question. I can
yeah.
understand totally that students, they want to know, is my score high enough, right? Okay, so I can only give this average score as for your reference. So let's see GMAT focus 645. Okay, GMAT focus
645, right?
645. That's the average score of our master management admitted students of last year. Okay, but again, it's not the minimum score. We are not seeing, oh, this applicant is holding like 630. Let's pass that. No, we look at all the elements you provide. Okay, so just to give you an idea, if you see that you have reached this average, I think if you have even higher, that's your advantage, right? If you don't have that 645, I think you should pay a lot of attention on how to improve your CV and your motivation part.
Okay. So yeah, and you've explained that so very well. I was like, I should take some notes about this for my next webinars. It's part of the being part of selection process. It means that your application will be always considered compared to other applications. So we would say that preparation is key, if you do agree with me about this, Xiaotong. And the better, the higher, I would say. But there is no minimum or eliminatory scores. It's always based on the applications that are in the same round as yours.
Yes, I would say really everyone has the equal chance. We put really everyone to compare, actually. Usually students like, do you think the first round they have better chance or the second round? No, why?
Actually, there are two questions about that in the chat.
Yeah, I will explain more in detail. I can totally understand, but it's normal to have this question. But the thing is that a lot of like very, very top applicants, they target the first round, become some governmental scholarship. They're only available at this moment. For example, the AFL scholarship. Okay, so this period you will have like really the best of the best. So that may give you disadvantage. But for the second, the third round, we have the most big number of applications. We can't see, we really can't tell which round is easier. There's no easy round. You can only do your best, actually.
And since we talked about preparation, so if you don't think you're prepared enough to apply for round 1, round 2, 3, and 4 are here also to allow you to take another test if you would like to maybe get a higher score and to prepare yourself better for the whole process, the interview, the recommendation letters, etc. And just so you've just said it, Xiaotong, but for the rounds, they are here to allow everybody to get a frame, whether it's the admission teams to prepare different rounds, to prepare different steps of the application process, but also it allows students to organize themselves, to get registered for test sessions, whether it's in English, whether it's management sessions. It just gives, these rounds give a frame in a year, but there is no preferred round, I would say.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing for HEC, at least the only difference is that if you apply for the first round, in terms of dorm, it's kind of complicated. Yeah.
And you just said that for the dorms, which is important to be in the 3 first rounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Would it be a disadvantage if I submitted 2 academic recommendation letter rather than 1 academic and 1 professional? I would say no, because whether this meme is for people with let's say, less than 3 years of experience or no professional experience. So if you don't have a professional reference letter, I think it's okay. Do you agree with that, Xiaotong?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So we cannot ask for like hardly one professional. Some they're fresh graduate students, they don't have work experience. So it depends on your profile.
Exactly. And actually, there was a question about internships. A candidate asking if internship is considered professional experience.
In terms of application, no, I mean, internship, they are welcome. But again, it's not compulsory. But if they are asking about, since I see also questions about working experience for application. Okay, as I said, is if you have more than 3 years of working experience after your highest graduation, it will, for us, it's more for MBA profile. Okay. If you have,
I would say that as
yes,
well.
to make it shorter is that we don't have an age limit, but our master program, they're designed for students with less professional experience. In this term, internship doesn't count because internship is to validate your previous education, your diploma, right? We only talk about full-time experience. Let's talk is in this way. For 2025 intake, I will need you to be graduate later on 2022. If you get graduated from your highest diploma 2022, 2023, 2024, it's totally fine. But 2021 is for us more MBA profile.
And I would say that for all the schools, so there's no age limit, but it's mainly about how the program has been designed. It has been designed for freshly graduated candidate or candidate with a short professional experience that needs to be more confirmed in the way they see their career. But if you have more than 3 years, let's say, I've seen a question, with 5 years of experience, I think that in that kind of cases, what you need is not a meme, but more of a specialized program like the MBA, the Masters of Science, and all these kind of programs that all the schools and HEC included provide as well. So
exactly.
And correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, I mean, it's not your disadvantage in application. It's just each school designed the program by targeting different way, actually. So we only I know that a lot of school, they have masters, they recruit like with even 10 years working experience. That's because their program, they're designed in this way. But ours, we are designed for with less than 3 years working experience.
Okay. I see here a question. If I am from a French-speaking country, I guess, but I have studied my whole life in English, must I take an English test? So here, it's not about the country you live in, but it's about the school you attended. So if your undergraduate studies were in English and that the school can provide an official statement about that, then you'll be exempt from the English test. I had a question here. Is it possible to apply to the Master in Management program through JASIF, so through Join a School in France, and for other programs with the schools? Yes, it's totally possible. So you can just not apply simultaneously to the schools and through JASIF for the MIM. But for the other programs, obviously, you can choose Join a School in France for the Master in Management and apply for Masters of Sciences and other programs through the school's direct portals. So the professional experience, we've discussed that. The average, you've discussed that. The scholarships, we've been discussing that as well. Can I select the schools that will receive my application through Join a School in France? No. When you apply through Join a School in France, all schools will receive simultaneously your application. You'll get to decide which school you would like to get in at the end of the process, meaning when you'll get the admission results. We received an And
I see another question as well,
Yeah.
pretty interesting. I'm confused between finance and consulting. If an interviewer asks me about my career preference, should I provide a definite answer, or is it okay to express my uncertainty? I think we don't ask you to lie, right? So it's okay. It's totally fine. If you're hesitating, it's like you're both interested in finance and consulting, is totally fine. It's even pretty common actually. And finance and consulting, they can be combined as well in a lot of different job positions. So it's totally fine if you are not decided yet. It's like we do have some students target like very specific sector. They even target the company already, but some they target a competence. It's like I want to be, I don't know, expert in data analyst. Okay, but a lot of different sectors can use this competence. It's okay. We want to make sure that you know where you want to go, and what is missing as competence is what this program can provide you exactly. So it's totally fine if you express your uncertainty and it shows that you think about it maturely. Okay.
And actually, you discussed that as well in your presentation. The MEME program, the Master in Management program, has been designed for you guys to choose step by step, meaning that the first year is mainly here to introduce to some major concept, but the second year is here to specialize in a particular field. So you'll have 1 year to decide which kind of specialization you'll get. So no worries if you have some doubts. It's part of an admission process, and it's part of a background and an academic journey, I would say. Can I ask for suggestions about my resume in the one-on-one meetings? Yes, obviously. So if you book a one-on-one meeting, you can discuss that with the project manager. So how many interviews do I have? Do I have to take? I think we've discussed that with Join School in France. It's only 1 interview, regardless of the number of schools that have invited you for an interview. You'll get only 1 interview organized by Join School in France. Xiaotong, please let me know if you see other questions, because I take also questions from our social media.
Yeah. Is there a preferred template for resume? I don't know for you.
No, there is no predefined or official template. As long as it describes your academic career or your experiences, your extracurricular activities, which are very important, I think it's good. But you can also see with the schools directly. But I think that I've never seen a school given a really predefined template.
No, I don't think. Well, at least we don't ask for a specific template. But maybe I can share some tips about that, because I've been reviewing lots of resumes. Is that make it clear, okay? With photo, without photo, we don't care about that. Make it clear. Let's imagine we have lots of applications for each round, okay? I think there's always an exercise I suggest students to do. Give that to your friends, to your family. Is in 20 seconds, can they get some keywords of your CV? That will be pretty interesting, okay? So make it clear. Target well the program, because when your resume for job research and the school's application, they are totally different, okay? So CV is not a description place. You give your education experience, your work experience, but don't describe like in several sentences what I've done in my daily internship job. No, get to highlight some keywords. Each experience, even when it's not directly related to your sector of study, you can learn something, right? And this something will be competence that will help you in your future study. Okay, so try to make it clear. Don't hesitate to highlight some keywords and put these extracurricular activities that make you stand out, that make us understand someone has been playing soccer for, team player for more than 10 years. Definitely, we can see you're a good team player. You know how to work with people. So we are not asking for some activities, but we want to look through that, beyond that, what that shows as quality, as competence. Okay, so make it short, strictly one page. Make us understand, okay, when I close the resume, I can still remember you. Okay, this is good students with, I don't know, high GPA, very good GMAT, and oh yeah, he even created a startup project, even only for 6 months, but it's a good touch. So when you put the education part, highlight your GPA, calculate already, okay? And some students get concerned because I know that some universities, they're pretty strict about giving scores, right? So if it's this case, we encourage you to put a percentage, okay? Even you only have like 3 out of 4 for GPA, but you're top 5% of your cohort. That means, okay, your university is giving really strict score, but you are really good students. Okay, percentage works very well as well. So that's the tips I can share.
Perfect. I got here some questions from our social media. Can I apply to several rounds with Join the School in France? No, you only apply for one round in a year. So you choose one round and you apply for it, but you cannot have several rounds for your application. And I think it's the same with the school's direct portal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. If not accepted by HEC through their direct admission portal, can I try again with Join the School in France? We discussed that. No, you cannot. So you can try. You can apply for the Join the School in France, but HEC will not consider your application as it has already been considered through their direct portal. As I already said, these are the same commissions reviewing your applications. You wanted to add something, Xiaotong?
They can maybe change another program,
Of
but
course.
not the same program.
Yeah. Do you have other programs to join the School in France? No, we only represent these schools for one program, that is the Master in Management program. And one last question, and then I've read a question for you, Xiaotong, and I would like to discuss it, but this one is for Join the School in France. Can I apply with no, it's for Join the School in France and for the schools. Can I apply with an engineering background? I would say yes, because all specialties are more than welcome to join the main program that has been designed to allow people that have not necessarily a business-oriented background to get to this MEME program. Do you agree with that, Xiaotong?
Exactly, yeah.
And obviously, this diversity is welcome in the schools. And I've seen a question in the chat about part-time job in your campus. Do you offer part-time jobs in your campus?
There are some part-time positions in the library, in the campus, in the canteen. I think there are some, but I'm not sure about exactly how to apply. But yeah, I do believe there are some possibilities.
And as an international student, you can also have a part-time job in France outside the campus. So you can also work in other businesses. How do Indian students fit in your campus, in your school?
As the same situation as for all the international students.
They fit in just fine, I would say, and very well. And it's the same with the other schools. These are international schools. I think you've mentioned more than 60 nationalities in the MEME program, something like that.
More than 150 nationalities in the campus, actually, while you will be mixed with all the students.
So don't worry about that. You'll just fit in just fine in the school and in France in general. I think, yeah, what the average score for the English test, I would say it's the same with management tests, no minimum scores, but maybe you have other information, Xiaotong.
No minimum score, but I would say if it's equivalent less than highest 7.0, it become not really advantage. So if you really need some reference, but well, again, if you have lower English but you are excellent other parts, we may consider as well.
As the application is reviewed as a package, nothing is considered on its own. It's really about the package that you offer when applying. So yeah, well, I think this is it for us today. But obviously, if you have other questions, you have our emails, whether for Join the School in France and its team, and you've got Xiaotong's email as well. Feel free to send us an email to ask maybe other questions that have not been covered today.
Yeah,
thank you all.
Yes, I just want to add at the very end, I know that Join the School, they are doing an excellent consulting work for that. So you are in the good hands. I have no doubt on that. If you have any specific questions about the HEC's master program, it's like you are hesitating between MSc, Master Management, don't hesitate to reach me, okay? And reach our other recruitment manager. You can find our where we are at which moment at which city in the world on the website of HEC. Again, the 4th December, we have the virtual open day. You can still register for that. You find all the information on our website and social media. Don't hesitate. And thank you again, Cieli. Thank you for the opportunity and hope to see you very soon in the school.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a nice day and see you very soon in France. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci, Xiaotong.
Merci. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.